Good morning to you and yours. It is Saturday, November 13th, 2021, 9 a.m. An unusual live cast, but I guess not that unusual. I did this, I think, a week ago, 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. But I thought it'd be a good time to do it. Purdue played a basketball game last night. I'm sure you know that. If you're tuned into this, you're one of the diehards, I assume. Purdue beat Indiana State 92-67 here at the Boiler Dowd household. Uh, Pancakes are cooking in the background, and everybody's having a good morning. Hope you're having a great morning with you and your family as well. But Purdue is off to a 2-0 start in basketball. It's noteworthy, but as Bryant Newbert put it, Purdue's really in the batting practice portion of their season. I tend to agree before they get ready for the heavy hitters coming in a week from now. When they start playing some more formidable competition. Indiana State's not a great team. Purdue has struggled with Indiana State historically. Sometimes, it's happened where Purdue had a bad game versus Indiana State. I can remember, I believe they've lost to Indiana State in the last 15 years, maybe the last 10 years. Not sure, but I know they played a close game versus Indiana State down at whatever. I was going to say Conseco, but downtown Indianapolis. So it's probably been, I guess it's probably been 12 or 15 years. I was there. It wasn't fun. It's a lot more fun when they play like they did last night and kind of everybody gets involved. But the guy who, of course, got the game started was Jaden Ivey. He played fantastically. 27 points and 8 boards to go along with that. I didn't see it till just now. 4 assists and still 3 turnovers. That's going to be a bit of his issue, but he's trying to make things happen all the time. But Ivy, 27 points, excellent. Edie was an absolute monster, 22 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists. Both of them, those are career highs in points, 22 and 27 points. You also had Trey Williams have a quiet 11 points, 4 blocks, was awesome, 3 assists. Edie only got credit for 3 blocks, but I think he had 4. I don't think that stat line is correct. The official stat line, I think, is actually incorrect. Caleb First had a simple 12 points and 8 rebounds. Let's see, Brandon Newman, 8 points on 2 of 8 shooting. He didn't shoot very well. In fact, he had a couple where he missed by a lot. Handel Jones reminds us to your call once more we rally. Let's go. It's game day Saturday. Your Boilers also play Ohio State this afternoon at 3:30 in Columbus. Last night, the Lady Boilers on the volleyball hardwood beat Wisconsin. Wisconsin, I think, was 4th in America. Purdue was 6th or 9th. I'm not going to pretend to be something I'm not. You guys know that, but man, I appreciate Dave Shondell and all he's done for Purdue. He's a great rep of Boilermaker culture. He seems like a great guy, and they are rolling this year. I think that's their 6th win over a ranked opponent this year. Pretty noteworthy. That's great. So the title of this, a Boilermaker weekend, is off to a great start. How much magic would it be if Purdue was able to pull off the improbable versus Ohio State? It'd be incredible. And I don't think it's going to happen. If you listen to Handsome Hour, you know that we don't believe that's the likely outcome. But who's to say it can't happen? Here's the thing. If we're going to look at Ohio State and be super critical, I'd say youth is a problem for them. As an Ohio State fan, they may notice this. A lot of young guys all over the field. They're very talented young guys, obviously. Who knows? Maybe they can wilt under the pressure a bit. I don't know. I think Ryan Day's a pretty damn good coach. I think he'll have them ready. I think he knows what happened in Ross-Ade Stadium in 2018. Funny, seems like Ohio State fans, many of them that chirp on social media outlets, don't seem to remember it very well, and they're the ones who came after us, which is really a weird thing to me. When you're not in a position of power, to come after some. But I think they would argue they are in a position of power since they're a highly ranked team, and Purdue is just Purdue. Whatever. All I can say is 49-20 over and over and over, and I'll just keep saying it until they give me a reason not to. Chances are they'll give me a reason not to this afternoon, but it's been a fun run as it has lasted. So Purdue plays Ohio State. Purdue is not ranked in the AP or they're not in the human polls, or that's wrong. CFP is also a human poll, but Purdue is 19th in the CFP, which is good. So they're kind of ranked, sure, but they're kind of not ranked. Pick up your perspective wherever you get your superstition from. If you think it's better, they're not ranked. Fine, whatever. I don't care. What I do know is that Purdue's a pretty good team. They're in the driver's seat here. They're playing with house money, like I said on Twitter. And one can't remember who said it, but brilliantly was said. It's a great position to be in. If you win, you're kings. If you lose, no big deal. That's what you're supposed to do. So the big goal for Purdue, of course, should be come out healthy, get ready for the final 2 games of the season, Northwestern and Wrigley Field, and then the IU unlikable Hoosiers in Ross-Ade Stadium. They're not that unlikable. I actually like Tom Allen. You've heard that from me already. But it could be a fun Saturday. It's already been a fun weekend. Beating Indiana State soundly is a good thing. It's not something to write home about. But the weird thing about that game, I'll come back to that for a second, is that Purdue was up by 20 relatively early. They're up by 30 early in the second half. They kind of let their foot off the gas. I think that matters. But I think all that shows is this is a team that has a lot of people that haven't been in a situation where they've had success. Oddly enough, you have guys like Eric Hunter and Trey Williams coming off the bench. Trey Williams, like I said, was a tremendous spark plug. He played with a lot of energy. But the story to me seems to be pretty obvious that Edey and Ivy were just unstoppable. Indiana State had no physical matchup for Edey. He'll, of course, play centers that are more his physical equal. But if you haven't watched the maturation of this kid and seen what I hoped for years ago in Purdue sports was a guy to make a big leap, from freshman to sophomore year or sophomore to junior year, to go from being good to great in just 1 year. And I think we've seen that with 2 players this year. We saw the glimmers of it, the glimpses of it with both Edey and Ivy. And now you see these guys are men, and they're still going to make mistakes. They're still going to have off days. But the talent, the playmaking ability of this offense is just incredible. And it's kind of one of those things where teams have to pick their poison. If they're going to really try to guard the 3 and take it away from Purdue, that means they're going to leave passing lanes open. You're going to get the ball into Edey pretty easily. If they're going to double down on Edey, number one, he hasn't had a double team yet that he's had trouble with. Sure, these guys aren't as physically gifted as the Big Ten opponents or even the Tennessees or UConns or whoever those teams, North Carolina. But I got to tell you, I watched North Carolina last night. They played Brown, and they are not an impressive team. I don't know how else to say it. That's not a very good team. Surely not the fear-inspiring North Carolinas of old. Physically, they don't have the guys. They just don't have the horses. And on top of that, I don't see Dean Smith walking through that door. I don't even see Roy Williams walking through that door. Hubert Davis, in his first year of coaching, might struggle a bit. And I hope they struggle mightily against our Boilers when they play them later this year. So that's about it. Purdue improves to 2-0. Purdue can make the weekend really, really enjoyable if they can beat Ohio State. But it's already been a fun one. I don't like Ohio State, not even a little bit. And I, of course, am hoping for a shocking, surprising, and fun victory from our Boilers. Special thanks to our friends at Gridiron Metalworks, gridironmetalworks.com. Enter Boiled at checkout, 15% off. Martin Vintage, martinvintage.com. Enter Boiled, check out 15% off. AJ's, eataj's.com. Go grab a pint, go grab a burger just off campus, or actually still on campus, and they'll treat you really well. Adam's a good guy. Also, if you want to get a Christmas gift, Boiled Sports, the shop is actually selling out pretty quickly. I got a notifier that one of the things that we have that's not different than this is a quarter zip, sold out. So if you're thinking about getting a rocks glass or something, you want to look as good as I do this morning, impossible, by the way. I mean, it's a dream for you, but maybe. Go to Boiled Sports, the shop on the website, buy something. Jay will gladly get the order ready, send it to you with a squirt of his perfume, and it'll be sealed with some of his lipstick. So hope you have a great day, though, and God bless you. Hammer down. We'll talk to you either with a very fun live cast with rocks glasses in hand, or we'll have a quick cast or a handsome hour for you in the next day or so, 2 days, whatever. Either way, root heartily for your Boilers, and we'll talk to you soon. See ya.